Happy New Year, everyone. I hope your head's not too sore this morning. 2026, and that means the transfer window is officially open and it's going to be a very busy one for Wolverhampton Wanderers. So, what I thought I'd do on day one here is talk about the latest rumours with our players and players we potentially could be getting this window. So, let's start with the main story, probably, which is Jorgen Strand Larsen. There's been interest from West Ham, who allegedly don't want to pay the 40 million valuation Wolves have for him. There's been interest from Crystal Palace, but there's not been much said about that recently. But the latest one is that Nottingham Forest are the latest to join the race for the Wolves striker Strand Larsen, and that's according to John Percy, so a solid source. So there's three potential places for Larsen to go. I'd be very surprised if he's still a Wolves player at the end of the window. I think the only way he will be is because of the valuation Wolves have put on him, and it'd be people not wanting to pay the money. So let's see what happens with that one. I think it's about time he moved on. It's been a bad half to the season, hasn't it? And I think Tolu's done quite well lately, so it'd be nice to see Tolu get more chances anyway in his absence should he leave. Now, Fer Lopez, this one's been rumbling on as well throughout the month. There's been constant rumours that he will be going out on loan to Celta Vigo just to start playing football again, I think, and just to go home and start enjoying his football again. I think he'd be open to it, but there's rumblings that it was in deep talks and it was advanced that this was going to happen. But Dave Azzopardi, obviously, a lot of you will know from Talking Wolves, who I know he has sources within the club. I know he speaks to the club quite a lot, and he tweeted out saying that he says the club want to keep Fer Lopez, and at the moment he will be staying. So I've got no reason not to believe that. Dave has tweeted out a few things lately and they've turned out to be true when he's tweeted them early. So I want this to happen. So I hope Dave is right. I hope Fer Lopez does stay. I hope he gets more minutes and I hope he's around next season, because I think there's definitely a player in there which he's yet to show us, especially on a consistent basis. Just on some more of our players, Marshall Monetzi, again, I did a video a few weeks ago on him. It's now said that Paris FC have an interest in him. Liga 1 clubs, Nantes and Nice also hold an interest, so we could see Marshall Monetzi leaving this January as well. Obviously, he only joined last January, so just with the 12 months as a Wolves player for him, he's like Marmite, isn't he? Sometimes you love him, sometimes you hate him. Some fans love him, some fans hate him. I actually like his work rate, but I do get what people say about his quality on the ball. It lacks, especially in the Premier League, although I do think he'd do a really good job in the Championship should he stay next season. Now, Agadu, apparently Besiktas wanted him, and it's now saying that Wolves have rejected a loan offer with an option to buy from Besiktas for Agadu. Wolves would only sanction a straight sale for Agadu if he were to leave this month. Now, they want the straight sale because he's probably at the highest value we're going to have, because in the summer when we get relegated, his valuation will go down. So probably a 50-50 chance whether Agadu will be a player at the end of this month. Obviously, he's at AFCON at the moment with Ivory Coast, so let's see what happens with that one. But Besiktas seem to be very, very keen. Now, in terms of players we're going to get, now Fabrizio Romano, obviously probably the most loyal journalist slash media journalist out there, he tweeted out that Wolves are interested in 22-year-old Canadian international Hajduk Split defensive midfielder Niko Sigur, who's mainly played at right back. He's played 20 times at right back and 15 times at centre defensive midfield in his last 50 games. He's 5'11", as I said, 22. And Wolves are one of a few top 5 league clubs interested in signing him in the January window ahead of the World Cup. Obviously, he plays for Canada at international level. He's got 15 appearances and 2 goals for them. And obviously, they're one of the hosts for the World Cup, so he'll be in that team, which I'm sure he's buzzing about. He has played for Croatia at under 21 level 6 times, but now obviously he does represent Canada with his 15 appearances and 2 goals. He has 5 goals in 100 appearances for Hajduk Split in the Croatian leagues that he plays for at the moment since 2023. So that'll be a good signing. Right back, we're obviously very weak in the right back areas with Chachua and Hoover, and obviously Doherty covers there. So I'd like the look of this one, and I'm sure he'd be willing to come. And I'm sure he knows where we're heading. But I like this sort of person we're going for. Very young as well, 22, so a lot of potential there if he is to join to improve in the future. Also, according to Alex Nixon, so pinch of salt territory, but I'll just talk about it anyway. Obviously, we were linked with Surridge recently, a striker who's obviously playing in Nashville, but now we're reportedly holding interest in Hibernian forward Kieran Burry. He's 23, Scottish, 6'2". He's got 8 goals in 23 appearances for Hibernian. and he'd cost around £5 to £6 million should we sign him. Now, obviously, I think he'd definitely want to come to Wolves. And again, these are the sort of rumoured players we are going to be going in for. Now we know where we're heading. And yeah, I just hope they're good. But I think I'd rather have Surridge than Kieran Bowie. But let's see what happens with that one. So that's the latest going into day one of the January transfer window. I'm sure there'll be a lot more news breaking and rumours, and solid rumours hopefully, and players coming in and players leaving as well, which is going to be the interesting part with the current Wolves squad. Although we are on a bit of a high, aren't we, after that good performance at Man United. But please comment your thoughts down below on the latest news. Please like the video. Happy New Year, as I said at the beginning of the video, and here's to a good 2026. And just remember, Wolves are now currently unbeaten in 2026, so the year is already better than 2025 already. Cheers, everyone. I'll catch you next video.